Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. Back with another live show as always. Today hasn't been the most active day in terms of Arsenal transfers, but there's still a lot to talk about. Not quite a lot, but yeah, we're going to talk about how much money we have to spend this transfer window. There's been an update from the BBC about Arsenal not being in any PSI issues. Also, the latest on Viktor Gyökeres, and then a player that we've been linked to from Bayern Munich. So that's what we're going to be discussing in this one. And let's start with this one. So this one is from BBC, and Kieran Maguire had this to say: as the most profitable club in the Premier League history, Arsenal could easily spend over 200 million in the window and have no PSR concerns. So that is great to know. As of now, so far we spent 55 million on Zubimendi, which you're not going to pay everything right now. We've also spent money on Nørgaard and Kepa and obviously Madueke. That is over 100 million already. If we add Gyökeres to that list, that will take it to 170 million. Now, if we still want to buy players like Eze, that is going to take our total spend to more than 250 million, depending on how we're going to pay it. So there's always been concerns of Arsenal going to buy Gyökeres, Madueke, and still be able to buy Eze, and maybe still be able to buy Rodrygo after that. I don't think the Rodrygo one will happen anyway. But is there any other winger that we can get? Some people have been asking for Liao. Some people asked for Lookman. Are we going to be able to get another winger after after buying Madueke, Gyökeres, and Eze? Would it be possible? It looks like it's possible. It looks like you're not in a bad financial situation. They've told us that after selling Smith Rowe and selling Ramsdale and selling all these guys last summer, and all the revenue you've picked up from the Champions League, and all the revenue you've picked up from finishing second in the Premier League 3 times in a row. Obviously, we also did not spend any money in January. It looks like it's going to be a very busy summer transfer window for Arsenal, and we could spend as much money, almost close to 300 million, without being in any problems at all. So that would be great, because we need to buy players. This is a transfer window that we really needed to be active, both in terms of quality and in terms of quantity as well. So that's why we are still hearing new names coming up in terms of targets. I've been hearing about midfielders. Once again, Hato has been back in the news. Is there a chance you could sell Kiwi and still bring in Hato next to Mosquera's 2 backups? It could be. So I think, yes, after Madueke is announced, it's going to be 5 new signings. Gyökeres will be the 6th one. So after signing all these players, we might not stop there. We might go to the 7th one, 8th one, and maybe even the 9th one. So that will be the most we've ever done in any transfer window for sure. And it's looking like we can do that without getting into any trouble. So that is great to know. According to this financial expert, us are not in any problems regarding money. So could that also mean that we might not need to sell players to get other players? Does that mean we don't have to sell players like Martinelli and Kiwi to be in a good place? We can keep them. We can sell them if a good offer comes in. That could also be a possibility. So yeah, that's why Arsenal have not really been in a rush to sell players. We've been just buying players at the moment, and then we just wait and see. Are we going to get good money for Zinchenko? Well, let's wait and see. Are we going to get good money for Fabio Vieira? Let's wait and see. All these players, we can just wait and see if you're going to get good money for them, and then move them on. So we are still waiting for our next signing. That is Viktor Gyökeres. What's the latest on Viktor Gyökeres? You're still waiting for that one to be done. So this is the latest on Viktor Gyökeres today. Fabrizio says Viktor Gyökeres' agents remain in London for the 4th day, with Arsenal and Sporting working on agreeing add-ons in every single minute. My goodness. Yeah, working with Sporting is very tough. The Gunners are unhappy with Sporting, who are fighting on every detail. So basically what is happening here is Sporting are trying to get as much money as they can for Viktor Gyökeres. Despite us thinking the deal was already pretty much done, there's still more updates on the deal, and they've asked for a little bit more money here and there. And as I told you guys yesterday, Arsenal are not just going to pay the money for him. Arsenal are going to keep on negotiating it until they get the best deal possible for Viktor Gyökeres. Now, again, I still think it's going to happen. We were told that the medical will happen on Friday, so we wait and see what is going to happen. But Fabrizio said the agents are still in London. I don't think I've ever seen agents being in one place for such a long time. Like, they've been in London for 4 days now. So I'm imagining it's close to getting done, because we are now 2 days away from the players traveling to Asia, and we're actually playing on Saturday as well against Watford. So that already makes me believe that Gyökeres will not be there for the Wednesday game, or will not be, even if he signs for Arsenal before then, he's not going to be available for that game against AC Milan on Wednesday. So the earliest we'll see Gyökeres playing for Arsenal will be next weekend against Newcastle, so 10 days from now. So we keep on waiting. Now, there's been other updates, because Arsenal fans usually do a lot of investigative work. Now today, I know Sesko followed us and everything, but I checked Twitter and I saw someone saying Gyökeres' brother, his younger brother, just started following Arsenal today. And I was like, I'm going to go and confirm for myself. I got into Instagram, searched for this guy, Gyökeres' brother, and it was true. Gyökeres' brother started following Arsenal today on Instagram. So does that mean, people will say it doesn't mean anything, but it has to mean something surely. You can't just randomly start following Arsenal today. And if people are going to know Gyökeres is joining Arsenal, it's going to be his family first. So that could be a big update. And then we also see this a couple of hours ago. CNN Portugal have just showed us this. Removal vans have been spotted outside Viktor Gyökeres' house in Portugal. So things are being removed from Viktor Gyökeres' house today. I don't think he's replacing the things. I think he's moving out of that house. So, I mean, knowing Gyökeres, he might just be moving his things to London just to push for the move even more. I mean, he's already left his girlfriend. He's already given up his money. He can do anything. He can just even leave his house with everything just to make sure that he's going to Arsenal. But that is according to CNN Portugal. There were cameras outside Gyökeres' house today, and Gyökeres' things were being moved out. So does that mean he's definitely moving? Probably. So they said he's going to arrive for his medical tomorrow. There's also been an update on that. Someone did some investigative work and said there's a plane that is moving from Portugal to private jet moving from Portugal around Sporting to London and tomorrow. So could that also mean it's actually happening? Is actually coming for a medical? Let's see how accurate all these things are. If we eventually see Gyökeres joining Arsenal tomorrow, the next day we get to here, we go today or tomorrow, then this news will be very, very accurate for sure. Because I don't see why they would be reporting this from CNN Portugal if it wasn't true. But yes, that is the latest update on Gyökeres. His brother started following Arsenal today. We are going to do everything to make sure he's going to join us. We are going to make sure people are starving, so people are really, following everything Gyökeres is doing on social media in real life to make sure that he's joining us. So that is the latest update. His brother started following Arsenal, and his things are being moved out of his house today. So, that is the latest on Gyökeres. Let's hope it does happen as soon as possible, man. I cannot wait for this guy to join Arsenal. We've been made to wait for so long for a strike, and then we've been made to wait for another month to get this deal done. And even when we thought the deal was already done, we've been made to wait just because of the add-ons and everything. So, let's hope it's done very, very soon. So, hopefully Gyökeres is an Arsenal player tomorrow. Hopefully he comes for the medical tomorrow, and then hopefully he's on the plane to Asia with the rest of the team on Saturday. So there's not too much time. We are still waiting for Madueke to be announced. Madueke has already passed his medical. Fabrice has already confirmed that everything is done. But Madueke has not been announced yet neither. So this could be because as well, I think he's not going to come and play for us right away because he's going on holiday because he was playing at the Club World Cup. So maybe Arsenal choose not to announce him right now and wait a couple of more weeks, or maybe we announce him tonight, or maybe we announce him tomorrow. Who knows, man? Like, we are starving. I saw someone saying, I've waited for Gyökeres for too long. I'm now just waiting for Madueke to be announced, man. I'm praying Madueke gets announced as soon as possible. Even for Madueke, we're still waiting for him to be announced. So in terms of announcements and all that, Arsenal also take a long time to announce players. So he might continue waiting for Madueke to be announced. And also Mosquera did his medical yesterday. I'm assuming he passed his medical yesterday. So as of now, we wait for him as well to get announced. So I'm sure Madueke, everything is done as Fabrice confirmed. Mosquera, everything is done as well. Gyökeres, we still wait. But that is the latest on these players. We're still waiting for the announcements from Arsenal. So let's move on to the next thing after Gyökeres, and that is on Palhinha. Now, we've just talked at the beginning of the show that Arsenal have way more than 200 million to spend. So even if we sign Gyökeres and even if we sign Eze, could we actually get more players after that? Possibly. So according to Bill, they said Arsenal almost signed Joao Palhinha before the Club World Cup, with the midfielder in the Ghana sides mainly from his time at Fulham. Figures were discussed with Bayern Munich, but an agreement could not be reached. So does this mean Arsenal went for Palhinha first before deciding to go for Nørgaard? That could be a possibility. I remember Palhinha's numbers when he was at Fulham were incredible in terms of tackles and interceptions and ball winning numbers. He was very, very good, and that's why Bayern Munich chased him for 2 seasons. I don't think he's had that much of an impact at Bayern Munich. I think he's had like an injury or something because I haven't seen him playing that much. But Arsenal wanted him. Could we go back for him, or Arsenal set in terms of midfielders? Personally, for me, I think after signing Mosquera, we are good defensively. Midfield-wise, I also think we are good. I think we just need to add attacking midfields. And if we need to add players, then get other wingers and stuff like that. That is what I'd be doing. But maybe Arsenal will still go for other midfielders. Maybe Arsenal will still go for another left back, because we were told if Kivio leaves, it's going to be Calaferi moving to centre back to help Gabriel, and then we get a new left back to help out Lewis Kelly at left back. So all that is a possibility. Maybe 6-7 players is not going to be the end of our transfer window, especially if we do end up selling Fabio Vieira, who's been linked to the move away. According to reports, Arsenal wants at least 20 million for him. And then there's also Reiss Nelson, who we are going to talk about. So at the moment, I don't think we're in crazy need of a defensive midfielder. I'm happy with Zubimendi and Reiss and Nørgaard. I think that position is okay. And we haven't even really seen Zubimendi playing for us yet, and you haven't really seen Nørgaard playing for us yet. Let's see how it goes from next week against AC Milan. But we were linked to this player just like Hausen in terms of defensively. Nelson, Sammy Mokbel said Arsenal has received an approach from Fulham to resign Reiss Nelson. The structure of the deal, which is likely to be a loan, is still to be finalized, but talks are ongoing as all parties try to find a resolution. So again, for Nelson, there hasn't been any updates in terms of us getting a permanent offer for him. So it's looking like we're going to let him go on loan, unless Arsenal just decide this time and say, nope, we are not letting go Nelson, and we're not letting go of Nelson on a loan deal. If you want Reiss Nelson, you come and buy him on a permanent deal. That's the only thing they can do differently as of now. Unless there's nothing that really wants to buy him and you get into August and there's still no offers for him at all, then we're kind of stuck. And for me, I think we really need to move on players like this. We need that money to help us sort out other positions. And some people have suggested, can we give Crystal Palace Nelson and get Eze, and we give them money in exchange? Might be a possibility. As I have that on screen, let me just go through what we went through yesterday, according to Eze having a swap deal with an Arsenal player. So just a moment. Can I get it here? Just a moment. Yeah, it came from transfers.com. So let's do this. So if it's not if it's not Reiss Nelson going to Crystal Palace have said that they are open to getting Trossard, as we discussed last night. Crystal Palace have said they want Trossard in exchange for Eze, but we have to give them money as well. So for the people who are saying we can give them Nelson or Zinchenko or Fabio Vieira, depends if they want those players. And if you give them Reiss Nelson and they give you Eze, you will still need to pay them like 45 million or something, because they might say, Nelson is only worth 10 million, so we think Eze is worth close to 70 million. You still need to give us 50 million. Nelson would want to go back to Fulham as well, but if Arsenal don't want a loan deal and he wants to stay in London, then Crystal Palace would be a good place for him to go. But as of now, according to transfers.com, Crystal Palace are open to a cash plus swap deal with Arsenal involving Eberechi Eze and Leandro Trossard. So I asked you guys in the morning and yesterday, would you be happy with Trossard going to Crystal Palace? For the ones who missed that video, would you be happy with Trossard going to Crystal Palace and then getting Eze in return, but you also have to give them like 30-40 million? Or let me ask you guys this: if we give Crystal Palace Trossard and they give us Eze, how much more do you think we should be giving them in terms of money to get Eze? Do you think we should be giving them 30 million plus Trossard, or 40 million plus Trossard, or even 20 million plus Trossard? So that also depends on how much you think Trossard is worth. Is he worth 20 million to you, 30 million to you? Let me know, because it can't be a next direct exchange. You're going to have to give them money. Eze is younger. Eze is a better player right now, obviously, and all that is a factor. So they're not going to give you their best player in exchange for Trossard without giving them any money at all. So we keep on waiting for the Eze deal as well. This picture is so cold, by the way. Look at him. That is an incredible picture, by the way. With the water behind him, fantastic. I saw this picture. I was like, yeah, we have to use this one. This is fantastic. So he definitely has the drip and the swag to play for Arsenal. So let's see how it goes. But before the Eze deal happens, we have to finalize the Gyökeres one first. So again, as long as these things are done before preseason, players like Gyökeres, I don't think the Eze one will be done before preseason anyway. I mean, the players are starting to play on Saturday, 2 days from now. But hopefully, I don't even think Madueke will be there. That's the other thing. So as of now, it's looking like the only new players you're going to have for this Milan game is going to be Kepa and Nørgaard and Zubimendi, just 3 players. So no forward changes at all for our first preseason game. Not good at all. So hopefully Gyökeres is there by then, because I don't think Eze will be there. So, or unless Madueke will be there, I also don't think he'll be there. So let's see how it's going to go either way. So that is the latest on the transfers today. Nothing much has happened today, just that and those updates on Gyökeres and the swap deal between Eze and Trossard potentially happening, and then Fulham still wanting to get Trossard on a loan deal. And then we are still now awaiting Madueke to be announced. We are still waiting for Mosquera to be announced, and we are also waiting for Noni to be officially announced, having signed a new contract as well. So we keep on waiting. I mean, we've seen over the last 2 weeks, things can happen right away, like back-to-back days. So I have no issues with that. We might have an announcement today, tonight, and then another one tomorrow morning. No problem. But yeah, let's see how it goes. 25 million plus Leandro says Mosquera. So will they accept it? So that means you're valuing Trossard at close to 40 million. So yeah, I don't think Trossard is worth 40 million at the moment, especially the 1 year remaining on his contract, and also of his age. I think if you were to give them 25 million plus Trossard, Mosquera, you'd also have to give them another player for them to accept that. So yeah, you also do not want to annoy them too much, because Ez is a player that I really want. I don't think there's actually too many players who I'm really keenly looking at that are going to improve our team right now. We seriously have to get Gyökeres, and I think we seriously need to get Eze. I wanted Morgan Rogers, but I don't think that is going to happen, so we keep on waiting. 30 million plus Trossard, says David. Maybe that is close to a possibility. I'd be trying to do the same. Geoffrey says Trossard is the face of our substitutes on the left wing. He can easily become our game changer. Let's keep him. I would personally keep Martinelli and Trossard as well, but it depends if he wants to stay. Now, the problem with that, Geoffrey, is Trossard has 1 year remaining on his contract. So if we don't sell him right now, you're going to lose him for free next season. And we've always discussed how much we are terrible at selling players and letting go of players on a free. When is Trossard's birthday? Let me just check that. Trossard, 4th of December. So, wow. So he's going to have another birthday this upcoming season. He's going to turn 31. Okay, so of course he's going to have another birthday this upcoming season. It's a 9-month season, of course. His birthday is going to be somewhere there. But anyways, he didn't just turn 30. His birthday is already close, so he's about to turn 31. You have to decide on it right now. Either you give him a new contract right now, 1 more year, or you sell him in January. And if you sell him in January, you're only going to get like 10 million for him, or you let him go for free next season if you really want to keep him. Now, the thing is, if Arsenal bring Eze as well, and Madueke is now an Arsenal player, so we've been told that Madueke is going to be used on the right side and the left side, maybe Martinelli is going to be the one that is going to be the Trossard from the bench. I know Trossard is a better player off the bench, but yeah, you also can't keep everyone. I would love to keep all of them because of squad depth, but I don't think it's going to happen, especially if we sign Eze as well. One of them is definitely going to leave. 20 million is enough, says Solomon. Yeah, I don't think they're going to accept that. That means we value Trossard at 40 million. 20 million plus Trossard, says Odep as well. Leandro, Trossard is just okay. Just bring Gyökeres. That will be fine, says Achibi. 40 million plus Trossard, says staying. 35 million plus Trossard, says Emmanuel. 35 million plus Trossard, says Ahmed. Good afternoon to you. 40 million plus Trossard. So around that, 35 from Musango, and Lekan says 35 as well. Godswill says 40. So around that. So 35 from Joseph and Godfrey as well. Hi, Glenn, watching you from Zambia. Trossard should swap with Eze because of the age and is remaining with a year contract. By the way, when is Gyökeres signing for Arsenal? I wish I knew. Let's wait for tomorrow. We were told the medical is going to be tomorrow. So let's wait for tomorrow. If it gets to tomorrow and then we still don't hear anything, then we start to wonder, because the players are leaving on Saturday for preseason. And thank you, Ake, for being a member and supporting the channel. Please subscribe and smash the like button. I appreciate it. Let's see. Mr. Glenn, big ups a while. What I see, which Liverpool is more likely winning the rest of Rodrygo. For me, it looks like Rodrygo is going to stay at Real Madrid. I don't think Liverpool are also going to sign Ekitik and still sign Rodrygo. That will be close to like 400 million or something. I don't think that is going to happen. So you're going to have to pay close to 100 million for Rodrygo. So I think Rodrygo thing will be sorted maybe next season. I right now I think he's going to stay at Real Madrid unless things change in August or something. Up the Arsenal says Baki, Mohamed as well. It's time to bring quality players and win trophies, says Gabriel. Yep, that's what we're trying to do. Hopefully we do enough in the transfer window. What is happening to Gyökeres deal? Please, we are tired of waiting for the deal. Also should try and wrap this up. Gyökeres deal, please. Sam says, hi, Glenn, watching from South Africa. Thank you, Smart. Glenn, I can't wait for Gyökeres to arrive at London for his medical. I cannot wait, man. The way we've been made to wait, it's really going to feel like a way biggest signing ever, Timothy. I don't see Gyökeres traveling with Arsenal on Saturday because the deal is really stressing Arsenal. Now, we never know about that, Godzilla. Maybe they've already arranged everything and they've not let everything go out there, but at the moment, yeah, it's looking like he's not going to be on that plane and he's going to go there later by himself. But let's hope he's there because there's already been one trip to Spain for a weekend that was already done. And half of our business is not done yet. So let's hope for the next one. The more important one, he's going to be there. Kepa is watching from Liberia. Mubaira, wow, Mubaira's written a long comment. Appreciate you. The whole EPL is shaken. Almost everyone is in disbelief that Arsenal is going for gold. If we get Ez and Gyökeres, then yes, they don't realize Arsenal was busy cleaning the massive 4 years ago. Arsenal's harvest time caught them by surprise. On the market, we are now bullies. In terms of the transfer market, Mubaira, I do agree. We've definitely changed. Now we still need to improve in terms of selling players. We're not good at selling players. But in terms of going for players like this, 3-4 years ago, we'd never been going for players like Gyökeres and Eze. We were really shopping in a very desperate. I mean, for us, we used to sign players like Tavares and Lokonga, and we'd be like, yes, we've signed Tavares and Lokonga. Right now, if I was to tell you guys we are signing Lokonga, people will be like, yeah, why are we signing? Why can't we go for Bruno Guimaraes or something? So right now, our levels have changed for sure. But yeah, that trophy thing still has to change. If we get a trophy or two, then that would be fantastic because that will attract even more players. Because right now, we're still able to attract all these players and they're asking to join us despite us not winning anything. And actually, we are the only team that has not won anything over the last 5 years. Everyone else has, including Newcastle and Crystal Palace. So yeah, in terms of that, we have been competing. Now we just need to go over the line. The negativity is finding it difficult to have a seat this well articulated masterpiece probably administered by none other than the underrated Arteta. Mubarak is a big fan of Arteta. What the gaffer done is pre-administration. They cut your comment because it's too long, I guess. But yeah, Arteta definitely still needs to win trophies. He's done a very, very good job at Arsenal because if he was a bad manager, he'd have been finishing 7th or 8th. But yes, second is not a trophy. But we just needed those forward players to go to the next step. We were 1 game away from a Champions League final and 2 points away from 1 point or 2 points away from beating Man City the Premier League title. Now this one has to be better. The last one was not that great in terms of the Premier League. Let's see. We still have right now we have the best defense. I think we have the best goalkeeper in the league. Players like Declan Rice are probably the best midfield in the league as well. The only position that we don't have is the forward players. So if you're able to beat Liverpool and Man City this season, and they have players like Salah and Vats and Man City having Haaland and Reinders and all these guys, then it will feel very, very good. Xavier is watching from Benin City, Nigeria. Thank you. Daniel is watching from Kenya. Matthias is watching from Nigeria. Good evening. All thanks to Gyökeres' agent. If not for him, we wouldn't have been where we are, says John. Yeah, if it wasn't for his agent, we'd still have been 2 weeks ago still talking about are we going to sign Gyökeres or not. Right now, we're just waiting for a medical and waiting for the add-ons to be agreed. But if it wasn't for him, we'd have been still wondering. Kevin says Gyökeres' medical is scheduled tomorrow. Oh, that is what we were told on Tuesday, so we wait and see whether it was accurate. As we've gone through the news on Gyökeres, there've been videos of him of stuff being moved away from his house today. So let's hope that means he's actually going to Arsenal. Let's hope that is what it means. Ez is the one who can take us to the next level. I think Gyökeres will take us to the next level. I think Eze will take us to another level after that as well, because it just brings another player who can create for Gyökeres. It brings a player who can bring competition for Odegaard. It brings a player who can play next to Odegaard and allow us to attack from both sides. Eze would be such a big signing if we can get. Personally don't think Gyökeres and Madueke is enough, to be honest. We definitely need to get someone else on top of that. Let's see. Jallo says, please let Trossard stay and we give Palace Nelson and plus 40 million. I wish you could do that. But yeah, I think right now they value Nelson at like 10 million or something. So if you give them Nelson, they would have to they'd ask for like 50 million. And depends if they want Nelson, unfortunately. I mean, we were told that I think it was Sami Mokbel who said Nelson is wanted by like 3 or 4 teams in the Premier League. So let's hope Crystal Palace is one of them. Lucas says Eze and Trossard won't happen. Let's wait though. I don't think it will happen as well, but let's see. I mean, he also said that Gyökeres to Arsenal won't happen. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but you never know what is happening behind the scenes. Edrin says, I love this program. Glenn, you're doing a great job. Thank you for watching, Edrin. I wish Trossard can stay and not allow the finished Madueke to come to Arsenal. Madueke is already an Arsenal player, so we might as well stop talking like that. He's already an Arsenal player, so now we just hope that he plays well for Arsenal. Madueke should have been announced already. I don't even know why he's not announced. He's already an Arsenal player. Fabrizio already confirmed that everything has been signed. So yeah, but what can happen, Edrin, is if Trossard stays and plays well and Martinelli stays and plays well, then Madueke doesn't have to start. He has to fight for his position, so that is a possibility. Madueke doesn't have to start for Arsenal. If every other player works out, then let's see. Chokon says, good afternoon from Glenn. Good afternoon, Glenn. I'm following from Liberia. Thank you. Why is Ethan taking so long to sign the contract that was presented to him? Is scaring us? Nah, Noni will be an Arsenal player. Noni won't leave. Maybe it's already signed. So Arsenal also usually get deals done and then it's announced later. I think for Gabriel as well. I think Gabriel already signed his contract and then it was announced like weeks later. So Arsenal also usually make us wait in terms of all the announcements and stuff. Maybe, Madueke is already an Arsenal player a long time ago, like 4 days ago, but we are going to wait another week for Madueke to be announced. Trossard will go to Turkey. Depends on the money. Look, will they pay us the money that we want? Because we were told Fenerbahce have now left the Trossard story. So let's see who's going to pay them. If there's someone who can pay 28 million plus, then that is okay. But as of now, I don't think that is going to happen. Fraser says only Eze can satisfy Arsenal squad right now. And Gyökeres. Don't forget Gyökeres. I mean, Gyökeres would definitely be our biggest signing because we've been crying for a striker for a long time. But if we also add Eze, then that just boosts our team more in terms of competition and quality for sure. We have waited for that Gyökeres thing, Hassan. We've really waited. Gyökeres, welcome to Arsenal. Not yet, Hassan. Let's wait for that. Here we go from Fabrizio. Again, as I said, in my head, Gyökeres is already an Arsenal player. I'm not right about him not signing for us. I just want it to be official so that we can finally say Gyökeres is an Arsenal player. As of now, we're just like, we are waiting. Can we make these two guys teammates right now, please? Let's make Gyökeres and Saliba teammates right now. Let's see how it goes, man. See, what's the either swap or buy? We need, as it says, Mafia. But so you're not going to pay that 68 million release clause. So there's definitely still going to be some negotiation with that. What's the status of Gyökeres deal? We keep on waiting, Kennedy. We keep on waiting. No one knows. I mean, Fabrizio has told us today. So if you're just joining, let me do this. Let me go to the update from Fabrizio today. So Fabrizio said this. On Gyökeres, he said the agents are still there. So Viktor Gyökeres' agents remain in London for the 4th day with Arsenal and Sporting working on agreeing add-ons in every single minute. The Gunners are unhappy with Sporting, who are fighting on every detail. So I think they kind of like added something, or they made the add-ons very complicated for Arsenal to agree on. So we went through the add-ons yesterday, and we said that they want add-ons for every like 20 games Gyökeres plays. So those add-ons are pretty much guaranteed. So Arsenal are not really paying 60 million for Gyökeres. They're basically paying 70 million for him with those kind of add-ons. So Arsenal not happy with that. I think maybe Sporting changed something in the last minute. Tough team to negotiate with, tough president to negotiate with. I mean, personally still think he's doing the right thing because I know the player wants to leave, but if you have a player like Gyökeres, why shouldn't you try to get as much money as you can for him? That's the latest update on Shelley. I'm late today. So that's the update. And also this, for the ones who are joining, there was a video today from CNN Portugal showing things being moved out of Gyökeres' house in Portugal today. So does that mean he's moved from his house, or he's just replacing things? Surely this means he's moving out. We are seeing someone moving out his things from his house. Surely this means he's joining Arsenal. Surely. But I also remember Tielemans moved his things from his house some time back, and he never joined Arsenal though. But yes, and his brother started following Arsenal today on Instagram, so surely he knows something that we don't know. Gyökeres Saturday or Sunday. Let's hope Saluka. Let's hope it's before that, so that he can be part of the tour from the beginning. But if not, then we are going to have. So surely he's not going to play the game against AC Milan on Wednesday. He's going to miss that game. Rodrygo staying, probably. Rodrygo must be signed if we are to win the league. Would be a great signing, but I'm not going to go as far as that. I think if you get Gyökeres and Eze, it gives us a very, very good chance still. Rodrygo would be great, but I don't think it's going to happen. You're going to need another 100 million after that. Can Arsenal consider signing Partey? Nope, you can't do that. That is definitely not going to happen, Walter. He has a court case going on, so that is not going to happen. Lucas says Madueke tomorrow. Hopefully it's tonight. Frederick says, my dear, I'm very happy with your updates, but please, where are you located? As our update man, Kenya, bro. I'm fed up with the Glock 9 transfer. Hope we get him, though, hopefully. Gabriel says, Gabriel from Sierra Leone, with the signing of Eze, will win the Champions League, hopefully. Gyökeres is coming because Sporting fans already showed it in a 2-0 defeat against Celtic. I've not seen that one. Geoffrey. I will be very happy if we sign Eze this season. I'm just waiting to see how Viktor plays for us. Yes, we hope that it works out for us, man, because it has to work out. I do believe it's going to work out. Like I'm 100% sure Gyökeres comes to us and scores 20+ goals for sure in the league. Like the chances we create and all the chances we miss is a better finisher than everyone else in the Arsenal team. If you take all the games last season, Brighton at home, there was like 3 chances in that game that Saka and Havertz missed. Brighton at home. If Gyökeres is there, probably scores one of them. We can go to Monaco at home last season. Odegaard missed a 1-on-1. Jesus missed 2 1-on-1 chances. There's another player, I think it was Martinelli or someone, or Trossard, one of them missed another 1-on-1 chance in that game. We can go to a different game, PSG. Martinelli missed a chance, a couple actually home and away. Trossard had a shot, very good shot. It was said probably if it is Gyökeres in that position, it's a goal. And then you look at games like, Manchester, where a couple of seasons ago, if you have Gyökeres and Eze there, you probably win those games. Gyökeres and Eze also take stuff like free kicks, and they can shoot from outside the box. I think Gyökeres has scored like 17 out of 17 penalties or something. If Gyökeres is there, we probably beat Man United because we don't miss those penalties that we missed in that game. So Gyökeres and Eze will just be fantastic signings. And we take away a lot of pressure from players like Odegaard and Saka. Man, we always turn to Saka and Odegaard to do everything for us. Even penalties, you have to take the penalties for us. More pressure. Gyökeres is there. He does the job. That is his job to do all that work. I wish you could... I don't know who that is, Jan. Just Reels. I don't know who that is. I've never heard of that guy. Who's that? Let's see who that is. Oh, no wonder I don't know him. He plays in Brazil. I'll check more on him. I actually don't know him. Or maybe I watched him in the Club World Cup. I just didn't watch him in detail. He plays for Palmeiras. Richard Rios. Well, that's interesting. The players who stood out for me are a couple of Flamengo players and a couple of Botafogo players. I've seen, I think Wolves are signing a Fluminense winger. One of the wingers was playing in that competition for them. So let's see. I'll do more research on him. Chelsea does that though. Chelsea are the ones who do a lot of this, signing a player and then sending him out on loan. I don't think Arsenal do that. Very rarely. Actually, when was the last time Arsenal signed a player and then sent him on loan? Is it Saliba? We rarely do that. Like signing a player and then sending them on loan, we rarely do that. We can count maybe 2 players over the last like 5, 6, 7 years. Chelsea do that all the time. They sign their players and then they send them out on loan. Arsenal never do that. Unless now we have a new director, things change. Gabriel says, Gabriel from Sierra Leone, the signing, I read that one already. When is Eze signing for Arsenal? Probably not now. Maybe you're going to hear more on it next week. Thank God for all the Arsenal fans. Says, yeah, there's a lot of them. We have people here from Nigeria, from Kenya, from Sierra Leone, from UAE, from USA, from England, from Ghana, and a lot of I've seen Zambia, Uganda, and a lot of other places as well. Timmy says, even if Mr. Glenn, I do appreciate your program. Thank you, Timmy. Update us on, I really hope we can get that Here We Go soon, man. So Club, I believe this is a ground breakthrough of the new signings we've made from Nigeria. Thank you, Timmy. So this is already looking like it's going to be our best transfer window for sure, but we need to get these deals done. So yeah, that is all that has happened today. We are waiting for developments on Gyökeres, on Fabio Vieira, on Nelson, on Noni, on Madueke, on Mosquera. So there's still a lot that is in the kitchen cooking. Let's wait and see when those meals are ready. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.